I don't just dismiss the drama, I make sure it never comes back.
Elegance is learned, but in this case, it's genetic.
Life's a highlight reel, and I'm the one everyone wants to follow.
I don't just work hard, I play harder, and I win at both.
Last year, I took a back seat. This year, I'm taking the wheel.
My success is sky high, and so is the view from where I stand.
Look, I didn't come here to cause more drama.
Drama? You think this is about drama, Destiny? You physically attacked one of my closest friends, and now you want to waltz in here like an apology is going to erase all of that?
And you think holding on to this grudge is doing anyone any favors? Destiny's here, putting herself on the line, trying to make amends. You don't have to throw her a parade, but at least meet her halfway.
You don't know a damn thing about what went down last year, so maybe keep your opinions to yourself, sweetheart.
You're right. I wasn't there last year, but I do know this. You can't keep throwing rocks from your glass penthouse, JC. Destiny's trying to move forward, and maybe you should try it sometime. Or is holding grudges your favorite hobby?
You come in here, barely know anyone, and suddenly you're the moral authority? Newsflash. Loyalty actually means something to me. I'm not about to play nice with someone who put her hands on my best friend no matter how many times she says she's sorry.
Oh, loyalty? Is that what we're calling it? Because from where I'm standing, it looks a lot like holding on to drama to stay relevant. Or is that just your brand, JC? Stirring the pot, so you've always got something to sip on.
Coming from someone who just waltzed in here and started throwing shade without even knowing the full story? Cute. Real cute.
No, darling, this is cute. You thinking you can keep playing gatekeeper on who can and can't move on.
Enough, both of you, please! JC, I'm not here to fight. I came because I'm genuinely sorry. For everything. What I did to Jasmine was wrong. So wrong, and I take full responsibility for it. But I'm trying to move forward. Not just with Jasmine, but with everyone, including you. And Aaliyah, I appreciate you having my back, but I don't need anyone fighting my battles for me. I need to show up for myself and prove that I'm not the same person I was last year. That's why I'm here.
Okay, Destiny, I hear you. But words are one thing, actions are another. If you're really serious about moving forward, you've got a long way to go to prove it. And for now, I'm keeping my distance. That's just where I'm at.
I understand that, and I'm not expecting overnight forgiveness. I just need a chance to show you and everyone else that I've changed.
From first impressions, JC loves to act like she's all about peace and love. But let's be real, she thrives on drama. That whole Namaste act, it's giving Namaste bitter. If she's so above it all, maybe she should try forgiving for once. Might do her some good.
That Aaliyah? Oh, she's real cute trying to come for me in my own home. Newsflash, sweetheart. You don't walk into my penthouse acting like you own the place. Save that energy for your little Instagram posts. And while we're at it, maybe get a filter for your attitude, because that's what really needs smoothing out. Well, now that we've all cleared the air, why don't you stay for a drink? I'd hate for anyone to leave without experiencing my hospitality.
I'd love that, JC. Let's have that drink. No more drama, right?
Right. Come on in. All right, ladies, I'm about to make you all a drink. And don't even think about refusing. This is premium JC Azul I'm talking about. You're welcome.
Only the best for us, JC. I'll admit I am a fan of your tequila, though I prefer champagne.
Oh, Kendall, not the champagne thing again. But your tequila, JC? I can't wait to try it.
I'll admit, JC, this is impressive. The view, the tequila, it's cute. Thanks for inviting me.
Well, thank you, Aaliyah. It's not every day someone actually compliments my vibe without throwing in some sarcasm.
Aaliyah's great, guys. I can't wait for you to get to know her better. She's as real as they come. No games with this one.
I mean, she's drop-dead gorgeous and has brains. I'm already a fan.
That's why she's my girl. She keeps me grounded.
Grounded? Destiny, you're the one who came in with all that drama last year. Aaliyah might have her work cut out for her.
I'm not here to fix anyone, JC. But I believe in giving people a chance to grow, even if it takes time. And Destiny, she's doing the work.
Fair enough. I guess we'll see. Seeing as we didn't have a particularly friendly introduction, Aaliyah, tell me more about yourself. You've got this calm energy that's throwing me off in the best way.
Sure, what do you want to know?
Well, you're Destiny's right-hand woman, so you must have some stories. And you seem different from the usual crowd. I'm curious.
I'm pretty straightforward. I run a business, keep my circle small, and focus on what feels right. No unnecessary drama, no wasted energy.
I like that. No frills, no games. I can respect that.
Good, because it's the only way I know how to be. Life's too short to stress over things you can't control, you know?
Well, this is refreshing. I'm glad you came, Destiny. I really am.
I'm glad I came too, Jasmine. Cheers.
I've been thinking about how I acted earlier when you two arrived, Destiny and Aaliyah, and I just want to say I'm sorry. I was a little rude, and that's not who I am or what I want to be about.
JC, I appreciate you saying that. I get it. There's a lot of history, but I'm really here to move forward, not to stir up old drama.
Same here. We all have moments, but it takes a lot to own up to it. So thank you for that.
I think we've all got enough on our plates without adding unnecessary tension. So here's to fresh starts and leaving the past behind.
Now this is the energy I like, positive and forward thinking. We can all use more of that.
Well, look at us. Who knew JC would be the queen of reconciliation tonight?
Thank you, really. It means a lot. I want to show you all that I'm different now.
And, for the record, I wasn't planning on holding a grudge anyway. Life's too short, right?
Exactly. So let's just enjoy tonight and see where this goes. Deal? Apologizing isn't always easy, but I felt it was the right thing to do. I want my home to be a place of peace and good vibes, and I think we're on the right track now.
JC apologizing really meant a lot. It feels like a weight's been lifted. I just hope I can keep proving myself to these ladies.
I came in expecting some fireworks, and whilst there were some, I'll admit, JC surprised me. Here's hoping this is the start of something good. Fingers crossed.
Okay, I'll admit it. Destiny has been nothing but a class act today. Like, genuinely. She's carrying herself differently, and it's hard not to notice. I guess part of me was holding on to this image of who she was last year, but maybe she really has changed. And I'm starting to wonder if I've been a little too harsh on her. Don't get me wrong, I don't hand out trust like party favors, but she's showing up in a way that's making me rethink things. It's almost refreshing. Who knows? Maybe I need to give her the benefit of the doubt. But hey, let's not get too carried away. One good day doesn't erase the past, but it's definitely a good start. All right, ladies. Since we're all here and having a good time, I thought we'd spice things up with a little game. Who's down for most likely to?
Most likely to? This already sounds dangerous. What's the catch?
No catch. Well, maybe a little shade. I throw out a statement and you all say the person's name out loud that comes to mind. No hiding behind gestures, ladies.
Spicy. I like it. Let's go.
This feels like a trap, but all right. Let's see where this goes.
Okay, first one. Who's most likely to have a secret stash of snacks hidden in their purse? Jasmine!
Jasmine!
Excuse me, I am not that hungry.
Girl, we all know you keep a bag of chips and at least one candy bar tucked away for emergencies.
Okay, maybe, but that just means I'm prepared.
All right, moving on. Who's most likely to start drama just because they're bored?
Kendall!
I'm not a drama starter. I'm a conversation starter. There's a difference.
Sure, babe. And those conversations just happen to end in screaming matches half the time.
Call it what you want, but at least I keep things interesting.
I'll give you that, Kendall. You definitely keep us on our toes. Okay, here's a juicy one. Who's most likely to get caught talking smack about someone in the group?
Kendall!
Me? Again? Oh, come on, I just say what everyone's already thinking.
True, but maybe with a little less finesse.
Hey, blunt honesty is my brand. Take it or leave it.
All right, who's most likely to ghost someone after one bad text?
I have to vote for myself on this one. I don't tolerate BS, and my time is valuable. So if you aren't bringing something to the table, then you are done.
I have to join you with that, Aaliyah. If you're boring me or giving me bad vibes, you're gone. Life's too short for bad conversation.
All right, ladies, let's keep this train going. Next one. Who's most likely to accidentally spill someone's secret?
Oh, that's Emma for sure. She can't keep her mouth shut if her life depended on it. But that's why we are friends.
Me? That is so unfair. I don't spill secrets, I just creatively repeat information.
So you don't spill, you pour. Got it.
Okay, so maybe I've let a secret or two slip, but it's never malicious. I mean, if you don't want it out there, tell me that. Simple as that.
This is such a great way to break the ice with these women. I'm learning a lot, and by a lot, I mean who to never trust with my business.
Who's most likely to flirt their way out of a speeding ticket?
Oh, that's my girl Aaliyah for sure.
Guilty as charged, Your Honor. And let me tell you, it works every time.
I don't know whether to be impressed or worried for society.
If you've got it, flaunt it. Why waste charm on people who aren't going to waive a fine for you?
All right, who's most likely to start a fight at a brunch table?
JC!
Me? Oh, come on, I'm all about peace and love.
Says the woman who almost threw me and Aaliyah over your balcony earlier on.
Okay, fine. I can be a little passionate at times. But if I'm starting a fight, it's because someone else threw the first punch. Metaphorically, of course.
Metaphorically, huh? JC girl, you've got a funny way of showing peace and love. But hey, as long as she's not throwing punches at me tonight, then we are good.
All right, so now it's my turn. Which one of the ladies here snubbed someone at a social event by looking them up and down, then walking off before they even had the chance to say hello? Sound familiar, Kendall? Because that's exactly what happened a few months ago when I tried to introduce myself to you.
I mean, I don't remember doing all that, but perhaps I just didn't know who you were? And honestly, that says more about you than it does about me.
Didn't know who I was? I introduced myself. I even stuck out my hand, Kendall. You didn't just ignore me. You sized me up like I was auditioning to breathe the same air as you.
Well, I don't make a habit of wasting time on people who don't leave an impression. If I didn't acknowledge you, darling, maybe you just didn't stand out.
Oh God, here we go again. Kendall acting like she's above everybody else. Love her, really, but let's be honest. If there's a jury in the court of shade, I reckon she's guilty as sin. Like, come on, you didn't recognize Aaliyah? More like you chose not to. Classic Kendall.
Funny, Kendall, because I had no problem recognizing you. Loud entrance, flashy outfit, the whole look at me vibe. You certainly know how to leave an impression. I'll give you that.
Well, darling, it's called presence. You either have it or, well, you don't. And it's not exactly something you can teach.
Presence? Oh, I have presence, Kendall. But mine doesn't require walking into a room and looking down on everyone like they're beneath me. Maybe your version of presence is just a cover-up for insecurity.
Insecurity? That's cute. You know what's actually insecure? Begging for attention and then throwing a tantrum when you don't get it? If I didn't notice you, darling, maybe it's because you weren't worth noticing.
I'm not losing sleep over your approval, but let's not pretend your presence is anything more than loud desperation wrapped up in designer.
Desperation? Oh, sweetheart, the only thing desperate here is you trying to turn my disinterest into a storyline. But keep going. I'm sure the audience loves an underdog moment.
Can we stop this, please? I came here to show you all I've changed, not to referee whatever this is.
Kendall loves to play Queen Bee, but all I see is a woman clinging to her throne for dear life. She can throw all the shade she wants. At the end of the day, I know who I am. And clearly, that scares her.
I'm not scared, darling. I'm just bored, and if this is your big moment to shine, I suggest you try a little harder next time. Poor Aaliyah. She's trying so hard to step into the spotlight, but honey, you don't get there by standing in my shadow. If I didn't recognize her before, tonight just confirmed why.
You know what, Kendall? You can keep your attitude, but I'm not leaving here without an apology. You dismissed me. You snubbed me, and it's not okay. All I've asked for is basic respect, and you couldn't even give me that. So how about a little humility and admit you were wrong?
Apologize? For what, exactly? For not recognizing you? Maybe you should take that as a sign. It's not my fault you're forgettable. If you want attention, maybe try standing out instead of begging for approval.
Oh, darling, if you didn't recognize me, that's not my problem. Maybe it's because I'm not here to be your reflection. You were too busy acting like you owned the room to notice anyone else. But let me break it down. I don't need your approval to exist. You, on the other hand, seem to think the world revolves around you. And by the way, I wasn't the one whose modeling show got canceled because of a toxic attitude. Maybe that's why no one's paying attention to you anymore. Funny how the only spotlight you've had recently is the one shining on your failure.
Well, damn, Aaliyah just gave Kendall a taste of her own medicine. I gotta give it to her, she's got some fire.
You know what, Aaliyah? This conversation is over. I don't have to explain myself to someone like you.
Of course you don't. You never do you, Kendall? You just shut down whenever someone holds up a mirror to your attitude.
All right, ladies. I think we've had enough excitement for one evening. Let's call it a night before anyone else decides to air out their grievances. But seriously, I want to thank you all for coming tonight. It's not every day I get all of you under one roof, and despite the spirited conversations, I truly appreciate each and every one of you being here. This home is all about new beginnings for me, and I hope it can be the same for us as a group. Let's try to leave the drama at the door next time, okay?
You're asking for miracles there, JC.
Thank you for having us. I really mean it. Tonight was refreshing.
Thank you for coming, Destiny. I'm glad you showed up, truly.
I think tonight ended on a good note, all things considered. Your home is beautiful, JC. Thank you.
Thanks, Aaliyah. And for the record, I'm glad we got to know each other a little better tonight.
Well, this was memorable. Thanks for the invite, JC.
Anytime, Kendall. Anytime.
Thank you for having me tonight, JC. It was so lovely meeting all of you beautiful women tonight. I'll see you soon, yeah?
Absolutely. Thank you for coming, gorgeous.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse.
It could have, but let's just hope this is the worst of it. I'm not hosting another battlefield in my living room. Hosting this party was a gamble, and honestly, it paid off. But let's be real. If tonight is any indication of how this group is going to be, I'm going to need more tequila. A lot more tequila, that is.
Destiny, thank you for coming in. I've reviewed your case and I want to start by saying I'm here to help you every step of the way. But this is going to require honesty and commitment from you, both in and out of court.
I understand. I'm ready for this. I know I've made mistakes in the past, but I'm not that person anymore. I want my daughter back, Mr. Grant. She's my world. 2 years ago, I hit rock bottom. I wasn't present, I wasn't responsible, and I wasn't the mother my daughter deserved. Losing custody of her was my wake-up call, but it was also my greatest shame. Since then, I've been working on myself. Therapy, sobriety, everything I can do to become the woman she needs. Now I'm ready to fight for her.
From what I've read in the court documents, the judge awarded full custody to your ex-husband, citing concerns about neglect. Can you tell me more about what led to that ruling? I need to understand the full picture.
It was a lot of things. I was overwhelmed, trying to balance my career, my relationship with alcohol, my marriage, and being a mom. I failed. I didn't prioritize her like I should have. I was distracted, caught up in my own issues, and she suffered because of it. I'll never forgive myself for that.
Thank you for being honest. The court will want to see accountability, and that's a good start. Now, what have you done since then to show that you're ready to have custody reinstated?
I've been going to therapy weekly for the past year. I completed a parenting course. I've stayed out of trouble, no partying, no distractions. My house is stable, I'm financially secure, and I've even started volunteering at a children's center. I've done everything I can to prove that I'm serious about this. It's terrifying putting all of this out there, but I have to own it. This isn't about saving face or proving anything to anyone. This is about my daughter. I've missed 2 years of her life, and I can't let another day go by without fighting for her.
That's a solid start, Destiny. Now, your ex-husband's legal team will likely bring up your past in court, including the rumors of neglect. Are you prepared to address those directly?
I have to be. I can't change the past, but I can show them who I am now. I've even started trying to repair things with my ex. He's been hesitant, but I want him to see that I'm doing this for her, not to hurt him.
Good. Cooperation will work in your favor. Judges want to see that you're willing to co-parent. We'll also need character references, documentation of your progress, and perhaps even testimony from your therapist.
I'll get whatever you need. Just tell me what to do. I don't know if the court will fully trust me, but I'll do whatever it takes to get my daughter back. Every step I've taken these past 2 years has been for her, and I won't stop until she's back in my arms.
You're on the right track, Destiny. This won't be easy, but it sounds like you're ready to face the challenges ahead. Let's start by filing a petition for modification of custody, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. I'm ready. This isn't just a legal battle, it's a fight for my future with my daughter. And I'll fight with everything I've got.
Emma and I have always gotten along. She's fun, she's bold, and most importantly, she's got good energy. I figured inviting her over for a workout would be the perfect way to let off some steam after last night's shenanigans.
Kendall and I clicked from the start. She's got this cool confidence that's so fun to be around. But when she invited me to her gym, I thought, oh great, a friendly workout. Turns out, Kendall's idea of friendly is making you regret every carb you've ever eaten. All right, Kendall, is this a gym or a Bond villain's hideout? I feel like I should be dodging lasers.
It's just a gym, Emma, but thanks for the compliment. Now, are you ready to sweat, or do you need me to hold your hand?
Hold my hand. Please, I've got this. But don't be surprised if I outperform you.
You're adorable. Let's see what you've got.
Look, I'm a social media influencer, not a personal trainer. Hitting the gym isn't exactly my idea of a good time, but kudos to Kendall for doing this every morning. Honestly, if I had her dedication, I'd probably have abs instead of excuses. Okay, you win. Your gym is officially the 7th circle of hell. Next time, we're going for smoothies.
Smoothies? What are we, retirees? But fine. If you survive today, I'll consider it.
Speaking of surviving, what's going on with you and Aaliyah? I didn't realize you had history.
History? Oh, sweetheart, that's a stretch. Aaliyah and I don't have history. We have a fleeting moment she's decided to turn into a Shakespearean tragedy.
Fleeting moment? Well, she seemed pretty fired up about it.
Well, let's set the record straight then. A couple of months ago, I walked into some city gala. You know, the kind where everyone's dressed to impress, but half of them are hoping to be seen with me. And there she was, hovering like a wallflower at prom. I didn't recognize her. Not my fault, by the way. She wasn't exactly giving main character energy.
Oh, Kendall.
What? Am I wrong? Look, I wasn't about to stop and have an Oprah moment with someone I didn't even know. She claims she tried to introduce herself. Fine, maybe she did. But if it didn't register, that's on her, not me. First impressions matter, darling.
So you are sure that you didn't brush her off on purpose?
If I did, it certainly wasn't intentional. But even if it was, who cares? I don't go to these events to validate everyone in the room. If I acknowledged every single person who waved at me, I'd never get to my seat.
Okay, that's fair. But you've got to admit, she made a strong case the other night. She didn't hold back.
Oh, she had plenty to say, darling. The new ones always do. They need to make their mark, right? Let's not forget the pièce de résistance, dragging my modeling show into it. A little unoriginal, don't you think? If you're going to come for me, at least make it interesting. Aaliyah seems to think her little read landed. Honey, if I don't care what Vogue thinks of me, why would I care what she does? She's trying to play in the big leagues, but she's still stuck in the minors.
But seriously, no part of you thinks maybe you could have handled it differently last night, just to smooth things over.
Emma, darling, whose side are you on? Mine or hers?
Of course I'm on your side, Kendall. I'm just saying...
No, let's be clear here. There's no just saying. You're either with me or you're not. And if you're even entertaining the idea that I need to smooth things over, then maybe you don't understand who you're talking to.
Okay, I get it. You're right. I'm with you, Kendall, always.
Good. Glad we're on the same page. Now how about we finish this workout and forget Aaliyah even exists? Trust me, it's the best way to live.
Totally agree. Let's get back to it. Look, I love Kendall, but wow, she knows how to shut you down. I wasn't about to argue with her. I value my life and our friendship.
Emma questioning me? Cute. But let's be real. There's only room for one queen in this friendship, and it's me. I'm glad she remembered her place.
Today, I am working from home, which is one of the many privileges of owning your own company. Calvin and I run the company together, and while most couples would rather avoid spending 24/7 with their spouse, it works for us. But there's a little twist. Calvin's ex-wife also works for the company, and oh yeah, lives with us. Calvin, did you get those numbers from accounting? I need them before I send this proposal out.
They're in my inbox. I'll forward them as soon as I'm done with my meeting.
Aaliyah, your marketing team just sent over the new campaign drafts. I've got to say, they're a little out there.
Let me see. And by the way, Aisha, can we talk about your habit of CCing the entire company in your emails? My inbox looks like a disaster zone.
What can I say? I am pretty determined.
I know what you're thinking. How does this even work? But here's the thing. Aisha is brilliant. I can't deny that she's been a huge asset to the business. And as much as people expect drama, we actually get along. Shocking, I know. I won't lie. It was awkward at first. I mean, who wouldn't feel weird about their husband's ex-wife living with them? But over time, I realized she's not a threat. She's a partner in the business, and we found a way to coexist. People love to assume there's some rivalry. But honestly, we're too busy running an empire to deal with that nonsense.
Okay, can we address the real issue here? Who's ordering lunch? I'm starving and I can't think straight on an empty stomach.
Typical. Fine, I'll order. But next time it's on you.
Spoiling him again, huh? You're making me look bad, Aaliyah. I'll just spoil him in other ways, I guess.
He's lucky he's cute. Aisha is right. Calvin is spoiled. But he's worth it most days. Honestly, this whole setup might seem unconventional, but that's what makes it work. We're all here for the same reason. Success. And as long as everyone plays their part, I don't care what people say. Yes, I've reviewed the contract. It's solid. But I want legal to add a non-compete clause. No surprises, got it? Great, thanks. Talk soon. I've learned to block out the noise. People love to speculate about my life. How I live, how I work, who I share my house with. But while they're gossiping, I'm out here making moves. And trust me, I don't have time for anyone's approval but my own.
So I'm guessing everyone had a productive day?
Productive doesn't even begin to cover it. Closed 2 deals, reorganized the quarterly budget, and somehow managed to schedule a call with our European investors.
And she still found time to nag me about my emails.
It's a gift, boo. The 3 of us spending time together outside of work? It's rare. But every now and then we'll sit down like this and just exist. It's weirdly nice, like some kind of twisted sitcom.
So Calvin, babe, have you ever thought about how unconventional this whole thing is? Most men would crumble under this setup.
Unconventional? Please, I like to think of myself as a modern-day trailblazer. 2 brilliant women keeping me on my toes. I'm living the dream.
Don't flatter yourself. We are the trailblazers. You're just lucky to be along for the ride. Calvin likes to joke about being stuck between his wife and his ex. But let's be real. He's thriving. The man has 2 CEOs running his life. If anything, we're the ones doing the heavy lifting.
And yet, despite having 2 women running the house, you still can't remember to take out the trash.
Hey, I'm busy running numbers and keeping clients happy. Trash duty is negotiable.
Not in this house, boo. Speaking of which, the trash needs taking out now, so be my guest.
Today I am inviting Destiny for a little coffee date. If I'm honest, I didn't think we'd get this friendly, especially considering everything that happened last year. But I have to admit, she's making an effort, and I appreciate it. I never thought I'd say this, but I actually really enjoy her company.
Getting this chance to sit down with Jasmine means so much to me. I know I've made mistakes, big ones, but her willingness to let me prove myself, that's a gift I'm not taking lightly. Hey girl, thanks for waiting. I swear the traffic out here is a nightmare.
No worries, babe. I ordered for you. Hazelnut latte, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. How did you remember that?
I pay attention.
Jasmine remembering my coffee order? It's a small thing, but it shows how much she's willing to meet me halfway. She didn't have to do that, but she did. And it just makes me want to work harder to be someone she can trust. Okay, I have to ask, how's everything going with rebuilding your career after, everything?
You mean after the rumors you and Monique spread about me treating retail workers like trash?
Yeah, that. I'm so sorry, Jasmine. I can't believe I let myself get caught up in all of that. It wasn't fair to you. Hearing Jasmine bring up the rumors, that hit hard. I know I messed up and I know I hurt her. It's not easy to face, but if I'm going to make things right, I need to own it.
I appreciate you saying that, Dee. It's been a process to say the least. Those rumors spread fast, and in my line of work, reputation is everything. But I'm working on it. Slowly but surely, people are starting to see that the gossip wasn't true.
I'm genuinely so sorry for the damage I caused, Jasmine. If I could go back and undo it, I would. You didn't deserve any of that.
Destiny apologizing feels genuine, and I can see how much she regrets her part in everything. It doesn't erase the past, but it does make me feel like moving forward with her is the right choice. I know you're sorry, and I can see you're trying to be better. That's why I agreed to have coffee with you today, but just know it's going to take time for me to fully let it go.
Of course, I get that. I'm just grateful you're even giving me this chance.
And I'm grateful that you are here, Destiny. I have to admit, Destiny seems serious about changing. She's owning up to her mistakes, which is more than I expected. It doesn't mean everything's forgiven overnight, but it's a good start. I wanted to ask, how's everything going with trying to get custody back of your daughter? I know it's got to be a lot on your plate right now.
It's complicated, Jazz. I met with my lawyer yesterday and we're working on it. But there's a lot to unpack. My past decisions, they don't exactly paint me in the best light.
I can imagine that's tough, but the fact that you're stepping up now and doing what you need to do, that says a lot. Don't let the past define you.
That means a lot coming from you. I want to show my daughter that I can be the mother she deserves. I just hope the court sees it that way too.
They will, Destiny. Just keep being consistent and doing the work. You've got people rooting for you.
Jasmine didn't have to ask about my daughter, and she certainly didn't have to be this supportive. It just shows me that people can surprise you in the best way if you let them. I'll get there. I have to. She's the one thing in my life that makes everything else worth it.
You will, and when you do, we'll celebrate. Big time. With champagne, glitter, the whole 9 yards.
I'll hold you to that.
Seeing Destiny this determined to turn her life around, it's inspiring. And I've got to say, I'm kind of rooting for her. If anyone deserves a second chance, it's her. Okay, I've got to run now, but seriously, keep me updated on everything. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to call me.
I will. Thanks, Jasmine, for real. Today was one of those moments where I felt like everything might actually be okay. Jasmine believing in me, it's not something I take lightly. I'm more motivated than ever to make things right, for myself and for my daughter.